I'm going to do, let's talk candle magic. Let's talk love. Let's do a love spell. So I'm going to start, first of all, it's really dark out here. I'm looking out the window, pretty dark. Blue skies, black skies, excellent for empowering and charging up your any kind of workings or spell workings or rituals that you're doing. However, if you hear some lightning or just some, you won't hear lightning, but you may see flashes because they're very vivid here out where I'm rural. So they come through windows and they lighten things up and it's beautiful, but yet scary at the same time. So I just wanted to say, forewarn, you may hear some rumbling or some loud noise, and that's what it is. So without further ado, let's start with the love spell, the ritual, okay? Now, I'm using traditional red. I'd like to say whatever it is that you're drawn to. If you're drawn to a different particular color, go ahead with that color. There is no wrong or right here. If you're drawn to a color, there's a reason why. That color is going to be more powerful and energize you and your workings more. So if you don't like this and you like pink, or maybe you just like white, use what you feel and what you're drawn to, because that's what's going to give you power. So I'm going to go ahead and start. So I'm doing the traditional chime. Excuse me, you can use any type. Votive, if you want the pillar candles, you use any kind that you want. I'm starting with chime. It's simple, it's easy, it's friendly with the budget. So I'm going to start with that. You're going to need some honey, okay? If you don't have all of these, that's okay. Substitute what you feel, okay? So, but I am using chime candle. I'm going to go ahead and use, this is royal jelly, okay? The pure essence of the honey. And I'm going to open that up and show it to you. It's delicious. It has a lot of vitamin B6s. If I can get this puppy opened. There we go. So I take this every day. I use this in my smoothies, my shakes, my fruit juices, tablespoon. It's wonderful. No, I'm not promoting them. You know, I'm not affiliated with them. I'm just saying this is the type of honey that I like, because for me, the more pure, the more power, then my workings are going to work better for me. That's just what I believe. And remember, it is all about your intent. Now, you can use the little honey bear, squeeze that out on your candle as well. It is all about your intent. So don't get hung up on, oh, she's got this type of honey. I have a plate, okay? And I'm going to, step by step, we're going to take this. By this point, let me back up here just a tad. You want to inscribe, like, come to me, put your name and your birthday, and then go ahead and put the person's name. If you have their birthday as well, you can inscribe that on here. So what you're going to do is you're going to put your name and birthday on here first, okay? And then you can you're going to write it this way, okay? And then you're going to turn up this way, and you're going to write that person's name over your name, okay? Over your name. Do it about 3 times, okay? If you want more, but this is a little chime, so that's probably all you're going to have room for. So your name goes down first. Their name is on top of yours, because you're bringing them to you. If you were commanding and demanding, then, like if you had a black candle, and we'll do something else with that, then you would go ahead and you would put their name on the bottom and yours on top, because you're commanding them, okay? You're smothering and covering them. That's not what we're doing here. We want someone to come to us, lay upon us, if you will, okay? And so that's what I'm saying here is put your name down and put just the word come to me. If you don't know the person's name, if you just you're just looking and searching for a love or a beautiful love, a beautiful relationship to come to you, then just put love come to me, and put that over your name, okay? After you've done that, we're going to go ahead and we're going to dab this puppy with some honey, okay? Get a little bit more, because as I was talking, it's so hot here. It's like 93. And yes, I have the windows open. I cannot stand air conditioning, okay? I have it. I have central air throughout the house, but I can't stand it. I don't like the Freon in it. Now, if it gets sticky and hot and humid, then I'm going to crank it on. But other than that, it's windows and fans and ceiling fans. I'm just chit-chatting, folks. But so after you've inscribed, then you're going to go ahead and you're going to cover this chime with honey. Yeah, you don't need a lot, just a little bit, okay? I'll do that like that. Now, I like to draw down because it comes to me. I can put it here in the chakra, okay? And I'm going to pull into my spirit. Okay, I'm going to pull into my spirit. That's very powerful as well. You're going to be pulling things into you. So you can do it this way. Some people like to push up and out. This is just the way I do it. Again, whatever feels comfortable for you. Honey on the candle. Everything's inscribed, okay? I'm going to grab a little baby white cloth here, and I'm going to wipe that honey off. Okay? Now, what I'm going to do with that, I'm not going to really roll anything on that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set the candle. Okay? So I'm just going to melt. Let's get that here for you. See, I'm just going to melt. And that's going to let the candle stand right up. I'm going to blow on that. There. Perfect. That's all I did. You can get those little things that you can put your candle in. I prefer to do it this way. So now I have my candle there. Okay, you can get as many as you want, whatever number it is that you work with, but I think 3 is fine for me. So these are the little cowrie shells. Okay. And I'm going to place those around. So different psalms, I work with quite a bit of psalms, okay? And so I will probably chant up a couple of songs. I'm doing this for a friend here. It's for her. She's had a heck of a battle. So I'm just going to do Victory and Success, Psalm 110. And then I'll close it up with Psalm 23. And so I have a bag of roses. Now, if calendula is good, any rose petals, I'm using this, but if whatever flower essence, carnations are beautiful to use as well, because the carnations, they empower any job. Again, success, love, money, job, steady work. Lay around some carnations for yourself, okay? Because they empower. They're very, the essence in those makes things happen much quicker when you do that. So I'm just grabbing some roses, and I'm going to place those around. So now I have the cowrie shells, and I have some rose buds here. Hopefully you can see that. Okay, cowrie shells and some rose petals around this as well, because the dried, these are all dried by the way, the dried hibiscus are beautiful. If you have fresh cut flowers, use those. You don't have to wait for them to be dry. I just use the dry ones. And so, and by the way, some of these ingredients are in your Come To Me oil that I sell in the shop, and it's very potent and very powerful, okay? So my link will be down here. If you're interested in coming to the shop, just click the link. It'll take you right in. So let's take a look. We're going to go ahead and incorporate some of these hibiscus flowers. Why? Because hibiscus flowers represent the love, the potency of love, the desire, the passion, okay, things in that nature as well. And I'm going to incorporate. So very simple, won't take a lot of time to do, and that's what the candle looks like. Okay. And so a piece of copy paper, a piece of tablet paper, you go out and you buy a little dollar pad of paper, right, at the dollar store, whatever. Any piece of paper. You know what? You can use a napkin if you want, and use a ballpoint pen to write on that. So whatever that is for you. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the person's name here and their birthday. I happen to know who they're trying to reconnect with, so I'm going to put their name in here as well. So this is a petition. I had a lot of questions of what's a petition paper. It's a piece of paper with your petition on it, okay? With what you want to manifest, what your results are, what your outcome is. And so what I do with that is I'm going to write not a whole story or life story, just some brief synopsis of what you want to happen, okay? Bringing that person to come to me, reconcile, whatever that is, put it on this, and then in the corners, right here, here, and here, I'm going to dab some of my Come To Me oil, very potent, okay? These flowers, my rose petals, and my cowrie shells. I put honey on top of my candle, and I'm going to place this petition paper underneath. Okay, let me do that again. I have my words are going to be face up. Okay, so face up. I put that here, so it looks like I need to say. Now, I usually don't charge mine up until the flame is lit. When the flame is lit, the candle is alive, you see, for me. And so what I do is I charge it up once it's lit and say what I need to say, and then I walk away. Don't jam the frequencies, don't second guess, don't do the what ifs and how comes and blah, blah, blah. Leave it alone. You jam the frequencies. What you focus on is what you're going to receive, okay? You get more of it. So whatever. Okay, thank you. This is gorgeous. I made a new batch of the Come To Me rice, okay? And I sell this in the shop as well. Hopefully you can see that there. So this is another option that you can do, is you can take some of this, if you don't have all these ingredients, or if you want to add extra, because the more the merrier, right? You can take some of this red love rice, red come to me rice that I sell in the shop, and you can sprinkle that all around the base of your candle as well. So you can certainly do that and empower that. All of these items in my shop, like the red rice, this has already been specifically charged for you and blessed. So you already have that there. So when you're adding your own, you just kick it up a notch. And I have some glitter in there and things in that nature as well. So that's an option where you can go ahead and just sprinkle some rice around there as well. So I want to go ahead, I'm going to light it. Now, I use the candle lighters for convenience for here. I also have the matches as well, whatever your preference is. Some people feel that candle lighters, you shouldn't use them. Again, whatever works for you, right? So here it is. It's beautiful. I'm just going to set that right there. And I'm going to charge it up. What do I mean by charging it up? I can say prayer. Wow, look at that. Do you see that flame, how high that flame is going? I didn't even say anything yet, and look at that. Look how tall that flame is. Oh, wow. That, beautiful. It's amazing. Absolutely amazing. Look at that. I feel the vibration in my hands already. I still have some of that come to me oil on my hands and honey. And I feel the vibration. I kid you not. Look at the flame. The flame tells the truth, does it not? So, beautiful. Now, you can use this as well. If you're not just doing a love, what about a love for yourself? What about a love for a loved one that may not be feeling well, okay? So you can use the same thing, the same ingredients as well, because it's all about love. There's nothing but love, right? So you can use this and set it up as for the love of the health of my loved one, okay? For the love and health of me. Love myself more. I love my let me not charge that up for her because hers is a different situation. But you could also say, you know, I love my husband, I love my wife, my spouse, my partner, for health and healing for them. Same thing, because it's coming from the core essence of your heart space. You're loving, okay? So work your mojo. If you want it for romantic, sexual preferences, partnership preferences, go ahead. If you want to do this for a love for someone else because you need them to think better because maybe they're depressed and sad, you love them, they may have a health condition, things in that nature. And let me put a disclaimer in here real quick. I'm not saying this takes over any kind of health thing. You know, if you have a physician or, you know, work with them, I'm not saying this has anything to cross over on medical. Not at all. I'm just saying for her, everything is written out, and I like to lay my hands around it. I pull, because that, I feel the energy in the ashay. I'm going to pull this candle. Now watch that come up higher. Look at that. Look at the flame come up higher. I'm going to pull it even more. Look at it flicker. Look at it flicker. I am putting my intent in that. I am putting my intent in that. I am focusing and looking at the flame. It will be done per my will, my focus, my ashay, my power. Okay, folks? And that's how you do the love ritual, love spell. I hope that's helped. I'm going to do a couple more today. So many blessings to you. Thank you so much for liking, sharing, and subscribing. I greatly appreciate it. And if you'd like some other type of rituals or spells or anything in that nature, please link them. Go ahead and send them to me. I'll try to get to them as much as I can. Again, I'll have the shop link down here for you. Blessings. Much love.